the end of July now, and things are drying out. We've had about 2.5 inches of rain in the last 4 months. Things are looking good though, because we had such a good winter for rain. I think I have clay soil, so it must have held on to a lot. I'm not watering at all outside. These are grapes. It's going to be a good harvest. There you can see figs behind the net, protecting them from the birds. Starlings can come in here and wipe out a crop in about 5 minutes. So heading into the greenhouse, and you can see here one of the pools, that's probably about 8 inches of water left in that one. And the other two in this area are about half full. You can see them, and that's my budget for the rest of the year. I think it's going to be okay. I've got a lot more mulch in here, ground cover. The soil's getting better, so I'm getting fairly decent veggies. You can see the height of the corn, and look at how tall. That's like, what, about 12 feet tall. I'm using a shade curtain, a shade on the outside, which is cutting light, and everybody's adjusting to lower light levels, but it certainly cools the environment. It's very nice. So you can see the arugula. This is a perennial arugula. Prolific, bit of basil, tomatoes, cantaloupe. Here's some navel oranges, and over here are grapefruit. And we can see here, this Buddha's hand is prolific in terms of fruit this year. Just incredible. And underneath there I've harvested peas and beans, and now I've got a young crop of carrots coming along. Cukes, ginger, asparagus, eggplant, chives, lovely lemons, special lemons, variegated. There's the bergamot forming up, and you can see I've just started to really get into some nice ground covers. I don't know if I mentioned the garlic that I grew. Just stuck garlic in here late. Just pulled apart old bulbs, and I just harvested them. Amazing quality, really big. So I didn't make it through. We didn't make it. These bananas didn't make it through the winter again. They're starting young. It's just too cold, but I've been giving the pups away to people who have warmer greenhouses, greenhouses with a minimum temperature of 12 to 15, and they are harvesting bananas off of this, the pups from here. So I just figure I'm a propagator now. I'm never going to get bananas, I don't think, on this. There's a big switch in the climate. Here's a tree tomato, and it's loaded. I finally sort of got onto it and reduced the flower coverage, and now I've got quite a crop of tree tomatoes coming along. You can see the ponderosa lemons here, and I've been harvesting those and selling them. Really nice crop of finger limes. Still not ripe, but coming along quickly. More corn, bergamot, passion fruit. Not as many this year because 2 of my plants didn't make it through the winter. So, but this one's doing really well. And I've got some new ones started on the other pool. And you can see I've got a lovely crop of beans crawling around here. Integrating squash, winter squash. There's a tissue mandarin with a ladybird beetle doing its thing. And water coming through there, heated with the solar panel. It's about 23 centigrade. Coming through here. And we have Meyer lemons and jujube forming up. Lovely crop of jujubes this year. And now they're putting out babies. so they must be suckering. So I've been cutting some and repotting them. Cara navel orange, or actually it's not a navel, is it? Cara orange. American pawpaw, good crop. This year I didn't pollinate them. The flies, I guess, have figured it all out, and they're pollinating them themselves. And then we come through here, more asparagus. Lovely ground cover this year. This tree here hasn't produced any, this is an avocado, hasn't produced any fruit for 10 years, and this year it's got 3 teeny tiny ones. I don't know, it's trying really hard, but they're so small. And it's still not very healthy looking, but it's coming along. This is a tree that was dead last year, essentially, and so it's being babied back to life. It couldn't handle the cold that we had for like 3 winters in a row. It just wore itself out. And so I sort of was taking really good care of it, and it's come back and didn't set fruit. Very wise, building its reserves. And here's the this is little Caddo, and got a pretty fabulous set this year. This is the bacon. These guys are looking pretty good. Kaffir lime, or beautiful berry, or macroot lime. And they're being sold, the leaves. Here's the new passion fruit growing on this pool. It'll be great. Next year it should cover the whole pool. There's 2 young plants there. Here's Marumi kumquat, beautiful quality, and a young avocado. I cut down because I didn't, it's one of the ones grown from the seed here, but it was growing up to the like 9 feet, and I hadn't grafted it, so I just cut it off at the ground because I thought these guys on either side needed a little space, and then finally it sent up 2 shoots, so I'll graft onto them. Very vigorous, beautiful plant. And then we have the yellow grapefruit and limes, more avocados. This one is coming around too. This is like the other one that couldn't handle the winter very well. And then we have the holiday here, which is starting to leaf up again, and it's got probably a set of about maybe 20. And then we go here, and this little Caddo here still has about 20 avocado. You can see that avocado there. There's about 20 large ones on here, and here's a young one. Just beautiful, glistening little guy. And coming through here to the grafted ones that I planted about 4 years ago. From here, and there's, where is it? 1 fruit on this tree, and it's wearing it like a necklace. It's so pretty. So I'm glad to have 1 fruit that's set. It has set before, but it hasn't actually matured. Here's some artichoke. Here's my furnace that's actually got a radiator on top of it for cold winters. So there's a tour of the greenhouse, looking down here in this row. Whoop. And there's new mulch in here, just composted wood chips with some weeds and some digestate. Probably composted only for about 3 months, but wanted to get it in here because we're in a bit of a heat time right now, so just insulate the ground a little bit.